You better edit this. You better edit that last stuff I said.
Okay.
Hey, I want everybody to know in the church now. It is 2:15 in the morning.
Yes.
And we're eating chips and salsa.
2:15 talking about this stuff.
We're chasing your children all over the camp trying to get them into bed. And so we're going on lack of sleep, and I can't really think well. So.
Jeremy in 1983 in his Ocean Pacific tee, who got a bloody knee on his skateboard in the half pipe in the backyard that Tuesday night. And I'm only gonna pierce my left ear, and I've been working on this mustache all summer long. And my favorite band will always be Tears for Fears, and I'm gonna wear a pink tux to the prom. Cutting glass through the first floor window, he's driving fast cause he never did a thing slow. And I look up to my big bro, cause in the 80s all the ladies grabbed his hand and couldn't let go. And I'm only gonna pierce my left ear, and I've been working on this mustache all summer long. And my favorite band will always be Tears for Fears, and I'm gonna wear a pink tux to the prom. A pink tux to the prom.
You know, one of the problems with skit night is for me is, just being sometimes the bozo type of animated preacher I'll become at camps. I got made fun of a lot, so my feelings are hurt. When I go back, I'll get over it. It'll take me a while, but nothing Prozac and a little counseling won't take care of it.
Okay.
The skits were incredibly funny, and I was amazed that most of them were even serious. They had stuff to do with dying to live. So they were even making their jokes about, man, we got to do this stuff. Well, I will say me and Neil ran into town with all of our might to just flying and get as fast as we can, heading to Walmart, and his gas light comes on in the truck, and no problem, we pull in the gas station and gets out, and of course I don't have my wallet because we've been at camp. Neil don't have his wallet, and we don't have enough gas to get back to camp. Well, I had $10 cash in my pocket. We walked to the gas pump, praise the Lord, put 10 bucks in. We get to telling stories back and forth, and Neil decides to let it run past the $10 mark. So, now we got like $11.50 wheel in gas. We're $1.50 short. Neil jumps in the truck and takes off without me. So we stop him, and he ends up coming back, and I said, hey, we got to make this right. We owe him $1.50. So he had a bunch of change in his ashtray. After we moved all like cigarette butts and ashes out of the way, there was like $1.80 in there. So we were actually able to pay the bill that we owed, and plus put 30 more cents in the gas tank and get back to camp. So that was a wonderful adventure and experience there. Yeah, I had the privilege of rooming with not only Justin, but with Pastor Greg Axe.
Well, now we're going to have stories.
Well, absolutely. That means I got basically no sleep at all this week. I thought Greg Axe was a lumberjack. It sounded like he was running chainsaws all night long, cutting all these logs and stacking them. That guy snores like nobody's business. And that is why his wife has chosen to probably travel a little bit during the week. It's the only time she catches up on her sleep. And then there's Justin, For those of you that know Justin, Justin has like 3 flashlights at all times, 2 Leatherman tools, 4 or 5 pocket knives. And we made fun of him. Everybody made fun of him until, hey, we needed something opened up. Justin had the tool in hand. Hey, we need something fixed. Justin had the tool in place. And by the time the week was over, the hero of camp was probably Justin. Ran the sound. That guy was just a jacket. Took out the trash, started bonfires, the whole bit. Cleaned shower rooms. Unbelievable.
Help you with the barbecue chicken? He put the barbecue sauce on the chicken for you?
Yeah, he did with his own fingers as he was licking it off the entire time and putting it back on the chicken. But, we've learned to love Justin.
In spite of himself.
In spite of himself. In spite of his crazy parents.
That's the worst part.
Yeah, it's amazing that Justin is put together like he is and so tooled. He brings all those tools to the table.
We had our typical counselor and staff basketball game that we have been victorious in every year except for the year that Jeff was a senior.
Yeah.
He
was on steroids that year too, so it's not fair.
Yeah, it wasn't fair, but we finally got him over to our side. Now we can win. But I thought that game was pretty good. We again trumped them with 11-6 or something like that. The kids just can't keep up with us holding them.
Yeah, it's amazing, really, because I thought it would just be very difficult, and I woke up a little bit nervous that morning actually, and I got out there and it was just like a breeze. I was wondering if anybody else was even out on the court playing with us. It was just that easy.
They had all the youth and all the energy and all the strength. We had all the brains, and we beat them.
Yeah, well, Chuck provided some energy, really. He was just, bing, 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 bing. You know how he talks. That's exactly how he plays basketball. I mean, shooting, he was like 0 for 50, but it was still, he was there. He kept him, everybody.
Moved around a lot.
Yeah.
We couldn't keep track of him.
Well, I think everybody on the other team was distracted because they would see like Chuck, and then out of the corner of their eye, they would see like a mini Chuck.
Yeah.
Little Chucky was there too, and it fooled people. It was just a great.
But they're both the same size.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's what fooled them.
Unbelievable. Earlier we were like, tell me, man, the best stuff that guys done this week. I was like, yeah. Man, we had a kid. I guess he came to camp with a sore toe, and this kid actually ended up hitting it here and got it. I mean, this thing was the size of his large toe was the size of this Pepsi can. And so we've never had to do this at camp before. And we thought about calling the ambulance. Thought about bringing in the tow truck, We ended up having to get Mark Clifton. He just put him in the rented vehicle and took him in to the hospital. And I guess they lifted the hood up on his big toe and decided they would just remove it. So he's literally got a big toe with no hood on it. I mean, you can look right and see the engine. Yeah, from skit night, they all came out pretty much. But I'm a peanut butter freak. I love peanut butter, and so that kind of became a big joke,
Brand of peanut butter do you like best?
Oh, there is only one, and that would be Jif, crunchy. There's no such thing as creamy peanut butter. There will not be creamy peanut butter in heaven. It just will not be. That's a weak peanut butter. And then there's the Peter Pan type of stuff that, weak people, well, feminine, Peter Pan. Tights, little, green.
Those types.
Yes.
Neil is the best. He is a really cool guy. I like
Neil is the best. Mike Blake like Peter Pan peanut butter.
Neil is a very, very cool guy. I do like Peter Pan peanut butter.
Neil is wearing an orange shirt. I like Coke the best. Peter Pan is a brand of peanut butter. Mike Blake has a shaved head. He's a really cool guy.
What could possibly go wrong when you're the president of the Breakfast Club?